Matchup number 3, guys, between Team Get Some and my boy Teddy Ballgame. Sweet Teddy Ballgame. Oh, oh, oh. So good, so good. Sweet Teddy Ballgame had a decent draft. Now he thinks he's gonna win. No good, no good, no good. Get some is up. He's gonna get some of your Asian ass. So much, so much. Anyhow, matchup number 2. Get some versus the Asian sensation, Mr. Teddy Ballgame. ESPN has Mr. Teddy Ballgame ahead, saying that he's going to put up 118 points. Of course, that includes 1 point for home field advantage, and 110 for Get Some. Let me be honest with you guys, in case you haven't seen the other 2 matchups. ESPN, yeah, they kind of over-exaggerate points in the beginning of the season. So I don't think either of you guys are going to score that much, but one of you guys is going to win, and that's always positive. Let's see who's going to win. If we look into the matchup, we got two quarterbacks that are highly touted in fantasy football. We have Tom Brady, Mr. MVP of last year, the one who thinks he can compare himself to the great Montana. Oh, I shouldn't even say his name. He's too good. And you have Tony Romo. And let's be honest, Tony Romo can't win a playoff game to save his soul. But thankfully for Get Some, this ain't the playoffs, and Tony Romo's not in them. So let's get into it. Tom Brady, 18 points projected. Romo, 17. Oh, I actually have to say I'm a little impressed by ESPN on this one. You guys know, because you've been in the league since day one, I am usually not with ESPN on their projections, but this one has got to be pretty good. Tom Brady going against Miami, 18 points seems actually a little low to me. 22 points for Tom Brady against Miami. You know they like to run it up, especially against Miami. With Miami's team, they're just going to destroy them. Tony Romo against the Jets, 16 points. Actually sounds pretty good. I know Jets defense, good corners, blah, 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 but they throw the ball a lot. And I definitely see it happening. We'll see how involved Felix Jones is in this offense. But running against Jets usually isn't the best. So passing is probably going to be the better option. 16 points seems just about right for Tony Romo. If you go to the running backs in the flex spot, Steven Jackson, Moreno, Marcus Colston for Teddy Ballgame. You have Jamal Charles, Ryan Grant, Cedric Benson for Get Some. Jamal Charles, to me, is the #1 fantasy back this year. He's going to get the lion's share, even more so this year than last year for the Chiefs. And going against a Buffalo team, give them 22 points for JC. And I'm not talking about Jesus Christ, but Get Some might be calling him Jesus Christ by the end of this year. You guys can count on that. Ryan Grant against New Orleans. Sharon Load on a team that passes more often. Have the carries that you are already going to get. Ryan Grant, I see only getting 6 points this week. Cedric Benson against Cleveland. Cedric Benson, I don't know what's going on with Cedric Benson, but he's always been a solid fantasy starter. Give me 10 points for Cedric Benson. He's going to find the end zone once. Ball game, he's got Steven Jackson against Philly. Love Steven Jackson. He's so underrated just because he's been on a shitty team his whole career. So give me Steven Jackson. Give me 13 points for Steven Jackson. Noshawn Moreno against Oakland. Oakland actually has a decent run defense. We'll see how Noshawn does and see how the split goes off there with The new with John Fox, the new coach for Denver, who came from Carolina. John Fox loves to run the ball, so give me actually 16 points for Moreno this week. And Marquez Colston against Green Bay. They love to sling it. They're going to be in a high-scoring match here or game here. Sorry, tennis is going on, so matches in my mind. Marquez Colston. Give me about, I'm going to say double digits. Give me 10 points for Marquez Colston. I'm not going to be surprised if he gets 8 or 7. But let's go on the optimistic side this week for Teddy Ballgame's sake, because he's going to be here this weekend. And I don't want him to be sad and mad at me for saying his team's going to suck. Okay? So let's go 10 points for Marquez Colston. Now receivers, you got Vincent Jackson, Reggie Wayne. On Ballgame side, we have Andre Johnson, Brandon Lloyd on Get Some side. Slight edge to Get Some, mainly because there's no Peyton in Indianapolis. Okay, guys, there's no Peyton in Indianapolis. Andre Johnson against Indy. Houston might not be excited about Arian Foster being a little bit hampered, but Get Some is, because that means Andre Johnson can see more of the ball. So give me 17 points for Andre Johnson this week. Brandon Lloyd for Oakland. Orton still quarterback, so give me 12. Go down Teddy the ball game. He's got Vincent Jackson. Look for Vincent Jackson to get 20 points this week. 20 points this week to show his value in week 1. He's starting off solid. Reggie Wayne for Houston. Against Houston, they're going to be down. I think they're going to lose this game, so I definitely going to be throwing a lot. Kerry Collins is not a horrible option. He's just not Peyton Manning. That's a plus and minus for ball game. Usually, when you're not paying Manning spreads the ball out so well. He sees all his people, great audibles, blah, blah, blah. When you're not that familiar with the system and you're not paid Manning, the number 1 receiver is the number 1 receiver. See Reggie Wayne still getting 12 points this week. Tight ends, Tony Gonzalez against Chicago. Chicago does very well against tight ends, and Tony Gonzalez is way over the hill. Give me only 2 points for Tony Gonzalez this week. And Owen Daniels against Indianapolis. Indy, not that great against a tight end. Owen Daniels, give me 8. Ravens against Pittsburgh. Like the Ravens against Pittsburgh, they're going to get a lot of sacks. Ben Roethlisberger likes to get sacked a lot. Well, maybe not likes it, but he does get sacked a hell of a fucking lot. Ravens, give me about that 10 marker. Saints against Green Bay. Go find another defense for at least this week. They're gonna get their sacks because they do blitz a lot, but Green Bay's gonna put up their points. Give me 7, maybe 6 points for the Saints this week. All right, that's it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to predict something. I'm supposed to predict something. This is gonna be one of the closest matches of the week. It's gonna be 93-90 for Get Some! Sorry, Teddy Ballgame. Love you, buddy. We'll get drunk. Sorry.